Try this again. What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen. With me, as usual, is my guy, Loyalist. And we are here at Grand Park. First practice since the Buffalo Bills game. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if and what Frank Reich changes about his practice in retrospect to that game against the Bills Saturday. What are you looking forward to?
I can't wait to see Mega Strong. I want to see Strong get out there, and you know, he's finally off the pup list. I just want to see what he looks like, you know, see how well he's moving. I mean, I'm not putting a whole lot of expectations on the young man, but I just want to see if he starts off where he left off last year in training camp, or where he's at in the things.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see that as well. Obviously, I want to see a little bit out of the blocking unit, the offensive line. I got to see Matt Pryor. I got to see Bernard Ryman. I thought the majority of the offensive line looked pretty good, except for a few times, especially in the run game. There was some times when they just did not seem like they got beat off the line or pushed back. Obviously, the offensive tackle, especially, I mean, the whole night, the tackle looked kind of bad over there on the left side. Hopefully we don't have another, you know, reiteration of what we were seeing last year. I don't know if my heart can handle that one.
Yeah.
But again, tight ends look great today. I got a special interview with one of them coming up here pretty soon after practice. Wide receivers, any interest in that?
Yeah, well, like I said, I want to see Strong, but I just want to see where the coach goes. Where, you know, what is the next iteration? What's Reggie going to be working on with these guys? Because, I mean, all the rookies produced fairly well in that Buffalo game. So I just want to see what's that next level. You know, where do we go from where we were Saturday? You know, and what is some of the things they're working on?
Absolutely. Now, obviously, there was no scheming in the game. Obviously, there was a game plan. It was a very obvious game plan after watching the All-22 and seeing guys wide open down the field and Matt Ryan still taking the check down instead made me realize there was definitely game plan here. There's just no real scheming of getting anyone open. So we're not going to expect that, obviously, all of preseason because, I mean, we don't want to tip our hat for the regular season.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, and the thing is, you know, like I said, today is the last day before they get on the field with the Lions and stuff, starting tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. And like coaches told us, you know, a lot of the starters probably won't get to play in Saturday's game. So if you guys get a chance, come check out this beautiful facility. I'll tell you right now, the next 2 days with the joint practice with the Lions is going to be special. We're going to try to get you guys some signatures for these giveaway on these t-shirts and stuff, and just ready to get it going.
All right, I think that's going to do it for this intro. Chuck, try to stay cool. It's not as bad as it was last week at this time.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a perfect day for training camp, and we will keep you informed. And I'll talk to you later. What's up, guys? Now we are just chilling, walking. I got my boy Loyalist a media pass. He's really excited about it, I'm sure. See that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's called having some pull. Not much, but a little bit.
Should I go drop these off?
You can set them in the media tent. No one will take them out of the media tent.
I can help you get whoever.
So we got, I'm not going to show too much of this, obviously, but this is Colts camp. That's obviously a lot of cool stuff going on here. I'm just going to show you the walk to get there. It's obviously a little bit of one. Some rules. There's a red line on the field. You can't cross that red line. You already know the filming and picture rule.
Yep.
And that's pretty much basically it. That's all you need to know. Fun times, fun times. Oh, look at that. Nice enough to leave it open for us and everything. Chris Ballard interviewing. That's freaking awesome.
Grab me a couple extra large. Like straight.
I may have to track these
There's a
down.
brand new one right there, buddy. There's another new one in there. I'll take it. Or the same length.
Chris Ballard was right back there. Did you see him?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. They don't have the... What is this all about? This used to be where we could sit down and relax, and apparently that's not it anymore.
Just that one that I swapped you already.
Yeah, so little quick out on that. Let's go back to where it was showing it. So this, as you can tell, actually is where Pat McAfee is setting up. They were setting all this up the day before Pat McAfee showed. So Pat, if you watch this, you just took all the spots that the normal media has to sit down and relax and enjoy out of the sun. So, I mean, I get it. It's cool, you know. It's a shame I didn't get to join you today, but hey, whatever. At least, you know, you got a nice little setup. The Colts were cool enough to set all that up ahead of time for you. So I'm glad that is what it is. Let's continue. They must be doing something here. Just, no, we gotta find a place to set them. This was the media tent. Set them over here. Sorry. Set them down right here. No one will mess with the shirts. All right. So, not a problem. So,
Isn't this like Field of Dreams?
right. So basically, we got the red line here. You can't cross that red line. Now, if you do, obviously, if you got a blockage, you can like cross it real fast if you absolutely have to. But it's not something that you absolutely need to. You'll be the cameraman.
Hey,
during
good
the
morning, Colts fans. Good afternoon. What have you? It's Tuesday. It's beautiful. This is like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This weather's tremendous. Glad to have everybody here. Today is day number 11 of Colts camp. I'm Matt Taylor. I'm the voice of the Colts. Rick Venturi needs no introduction. Former NFL and Colts head coach, assistant coach. RV, welcome back to camp, man. Buffalo on Saturday. Give me some takeaways you had against the Bills.
Well, I think the best way to put it, as far as takeaways, is the takeaway.
Yeah.
You know, I think the best for me was our defense played extremely well in camp, particularly in all the padded practices. They basically dominated. They carried that right into the game. 5 turnovers, I don't care who you're playing against.
Yeah.
That is a tremendous accomplishment. I mean, we looked fast, we looked aggressive, we got after the football, and that was almost from top to bottom all the way until deep in the fourth quarter. So to me, that was very encouraging. You know, and then on offense, it was very difficult.
Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to point out there's not as many fans in the stands on this day. Now, remember, children are back in school, and this is a Tuesday, and we're about 3 weeks into the practice. So you're not going to see nearly as many fans in the stands as you once did, just like you're not normally going to see nearly as many media. So that was a good thing for us, for media, because it wasn't crowded like it has been the last couple weeks. And for fans, it's just a lot easier. You got a little bit more elbow room. There's still a few here, but there's a lot of empty seats. So, you know, if you ever decide that on a weekday you want to go and watch the Colts tryout practice, there's probably plenty of tickets to go check that out. So don't forget to go do that. Let's continue.
To get continuity, a few too many penalties. I thought the penalties killed the drives, but I liked some certain things as we went. I thought our top 2 running backs showed quickness. I thought Pierce came on as the game went on.
Yeah.
Pittman looked really good with the ball in his hand. Our offensive line, the only disappointment to me was the penalties, to be honest with you. And, because of that, we got some turnovers. But really a good start, stayed relatively healthy. Now, this is really the biggest week starting today of the preseason. I mean, today's practice, then we got the Lions coming in tomorrow and Thursday, and then Saturday will be a great opportunity for all our young kids to win a job, to show us what they can do.
Yeah, those joint practices, as a coach, put that hat back on. What do you get out of joint practices that you can't get in a preseason game?
Well, there's several things. Number one, your ones work against their ones, about 65% of the practice. So you're getting top competition like you're going to see on Sundays, which you don't get for any extended period of time. You're going to get new people in the one-on-ones. What happens is in training camp, you begin to get used to your own team.
Yeah.
Now you get a totally different group in there. It changes the perspective. And then the other thing is, teams will do things in these practices that they won't show in a preseason game. So it's much more from a tactical and game planning period. It's
Yeah.
much closer to a game than a preseason game, which basically stays vanilla.
Indeed.
So that's one of the reasons why the Colts are not going, Frank Reich is not going to use his starters during the actual preseason game against the Lions, because they're actually going to get more better looks during the 2 joint practices against the Lions, because his ones are going to be playing against the ones, and they're actually going to do scheming and stuff in that. So they're actually getting more out of those 2 days of practice than what they would playing their ones during the preseason game. Now, obviously, it's not something that they can do that, because you cannot film the 7-on-7s, 11-on-11 team drills. So that's something that they're allowed to do, and they don't have to worry about other teams actually seeing that on film during, practices, or, obviously why they don't scheme during preseason games.
Joint practices tomorrow and Thursday. You'll see Rick on the preseason broadcast number 2 against the Lions coming up on Saturday on Fox 59. Always appreciate you, my friend. Give it up for Rick Venturi, former Colts coach and radio analyst. And it's so good to have everybody here today. Biggest thing, if you're new to Colts camp, if this is your first time up here, you're sitting in the grandstand. As you look out, there are 2 fields, right? 2 fields. There's a field to your left and a field over to your right. Field 1 is this field to the left. Field 1 is the field to the left. Field 2, as we call it, is over here to the right, or to the south. Most of the action today, the primary field, when we go 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, that's going to happen on field 1. Again, that's this field right here to the left or to the north. So if you're down here and you want to relocate to get a good vantage point of 7-on-7, 11-on-11, again, the primary field today is field 1. That's this field right here as I point to my left. Also, too, we ask you that during practice today, during 11-on-11 periods and 7-on-7 primarily, please no cell phone video footage, no social media posts with film footage, video footage. We ask that for schematic reasons, so we hope you can understand as far as that goes. Also, too, during practice, please try not to lean up against the rail, stand on the rail, sit on this rail in the front. That's for safety purposes. We can also keep this walkway clean for most of practice, so we can get up, walk around, go to the bathroom, go to the concession stand in an orderly fashion. All right, again, we're going to practice until 1:20 this afternoon. We're done at 1:20, so a little bit of a lighter workout coming off a game, and then joint practices tomorrow. We'll start with a team stretch. We'll do that on field 2. Again, field 2 is over here to the right as you look out from the grandstands. After that, it's individual drills. The offense and defense will break up. The offense is in white, the defense is in blue. Offensive players, they will work out on field 1, and the defense will break over on field 2. After that, 7-on-7 around 12:25 on field 1. Then it's our first team period, and it's a long team period. It goes from about 12:35 to 12:55. After that, it's special teams focusing on punt. We also have a first special teams period at the beginning of practice after team stretch. That first special teams period is going to concentrate on field goal and field goal block. Around 1 o'clock, around 1 o'clock today, 7-on-7 on field 1. And then we'll wrap up practice from 1:10 to 1:20 with another team period. We will have autographs after practice. We'll give you those specific position groups here in just a moment. But autographs after practice today. Try to keep the walkway clean. No leaning on the front railing. And we'll have a good day. It's picturesque in terms of football weather. Again, primary field, field 1. Let's have a great day, everybody. Go Colts. Let's have some fun today. Thank you so much for being here on a Tuesday.
Here you go, Matt. There you go.
I don't want to get in your shot. You're good. It's stretching.
See you, Matt.
All right, we're gonna move over here. I'm not gonna worry about the stretching today. We're gonna get a little bit of a look at the quarterbacks warming up, the special teams kickers warming up. Hello. You don't want on here?
Who is this guy? Oh shit! I did hear it. You say, "Hey, I ain't do a ball in years." He said, "I ain't do a ball in years," and I was like, "Oh, I got the guy. I got the guy that can catch it for you."
You all right? All right. So now I had to kick off the sound that I had for the video because of the simple fact that, well, they started playing music, and then you can't have the music. If you've watched any of the previous ones, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, as I said, I didn't really do a whole lot of stretching videos, just kind of zoom in a little bit on the quarterbacks, kind of warming up with their trainers a little, getting ready. There's Sam Ellinger and Jack Cohn. Sam looks a lot better. There's number 1 and number 2. Matt Ryan, Nick Foles. They're just getting their gloves on. I didn't realize they wore gloves. Well, he has a glove on his left hand, not his right hand. Not his throwing hand. That's a... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not a glove. That's his play sheet. All right. For a second, I thought it looked like a glove. Wow. So I guess they were just now sharing that and getting those on there. You got some fans that like to sit along the railing on the outside rather than in the seats, which, can be a better vantage point at times, depending where you're sitting at. But... let's get to, there we go. All right, we actually get to get a look at all the quarterbacks here, all 4 of them. Honestly, I don't think Jack's going to make the team. I think Sam has very well secured that 3rd spot on the team. The only question is, do we really carry 3 quarterbacks into the season? Because Sam's really doing a good job, right? And he might be getting looks at by other, obviously, preseason workouts. He's getting looked at by the other 31 teams in the NFL. So if they try to release him to get him on the practice squad, that's not a good situation, right? Someone might snag him up the way they snagged up Jacob Eason last year. So I guess I am getting a little bit of the warm-ups real quick of the offensive line there. I have a thing with that, right? I mean, I don't understand. That's the offense warming up. There's Frank Reich over there talking with some of the guys. I guess I'm going to zoom in a little bit on Frank's out of the picture now, Lawrence. What are you doing? Are you just trying to get the dude in the beard? Because you got a great shot of the dude in the beard. Looks like he's getting ready to catch a punt. Look, what the heck? What'd you get in my way? I had that. Dude. That's pretty funny. I hurt my hand while trying to get it. Well, if you hadn't, it jumped in my way. Who's this dude with the hat getting in my way? What's up with that? Come on, man. Can't you see that I am filming and I'm not paying attention? Because I think I'm talking to somebody right now and not realizing. And there's this great view of some dude. And there we go. All right. He's still kind of in the picture, though. I think I just set it up because I was discussing something with somebody important walked up to me and was talking to me. Now, did somebody just hit my... What? Yeah, I turned the volume off, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on. So I know as much about what's going on as you do, actually. There's Braden doing his stretch in front of Frank. That's nice. That's an interesting stretch. Getting both his quads, and then is actually doing that. Actually, also kind of stretches out your side a little bit, your obliques. So it's not bad if you do it right, and he's doing it right. So good for him. But yeah, when it comes to the quarterbacks, I'm a little worried, right? I'm a little worried because I really do like how Sam is looking. Now he's still got some happy feet, obviously, but he's, got a better, stronger arm than what he had last year. His throwing power is way better than what it was last year. Last year, he was just lofting like air balls, basically, to people, which left the ball up in the air so long that defenses could just intercept them. There's Kylan Granson, Mo Alley Cox, Jelani Woods, obviously Defoe and Grove, Big Grove there, doing their little stretch outs that don't look like Defoe's really into it too much, does it? Yeah, there, that looks a little better, but a second ago it didn't look like he was putting too much effort into that stretching. Man, this was a beautiful day out for training camp. I'll tell you that much. Last week was so hot, and then on this one, it never hit 80 degrees. It was like high 70s. A light wind. You can see the trees moving just a hair. A very light wind, and it was to our backs, so side to side on the field. And speaking of side to side winds, here we go. We got Rodrigo Blankenship kicking, and that looks like he's kicking from the 45? Looks like about the 45 right there. All right, so that's a 55-yard field goal. And I think he missed that wide left. Just barely. Right? And here in a second, he's going to drop down for a 60. Yeah. Now he's at the 50-yard line. The 50-yard line, dude. That's nuts. So that's a 60-yard field goal right here. 60-yarder. And oh my gosh, look at Luke Rhodes. He is such a beast. He's huge. He's a monster. Set, kick up, and clean through the uprights. He made that one, if I remember correctly. Yes, he made that one. Now they're going to move back a couple extra yards. I think I'm going to pick up the camera, though, just a little bit. Nope. I think he missed it. He's retrying the shot. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. So he made the 55, missed the first 60. Now he's retrying the 60. Boom. And that time it went clean through. Both uprights. So now they're going to move back for a 65-yard field goal. This is where I pick up my camera because the bars right there, the white pipes are in my way. So, yeah, 65-yard field goal. This is nuts. And if you look at the angle is good. It should clear. Oh yeah, that easily clear. And it hit dead center. I mean, it only cleared the bar by about 2 feet. But the angle was good enough to clear a rush, with hands in the air. And it was 65 yards. And, Loyalist even said that was impressive. And Cody was there with me, Cody Felger from Bring the Juice. He walked up. He said, "How long was that?" I said, "It was 65. He said, "What? Holy crap." There's Destin. There's Cody. There's a bunch of guys walking in, Shout out to them boys. It didn't feel like I had 35 minutes, but apparently I did. All right. Now this recording is not going to have the interviews on it, okay? You want that, go to the Believe in Colts, because I did the interviews in lieu of Believe in Colts. This is Colts Law. I have 2 podcasts, so I got to, provide content for both. I'm at least that's what I'm trying to do, right? But I've liked what I saw. Even in camp, I loved what I saw here. Now, I heard, as I'm recording this right now, because yesterday I was too tired to do this recording. As I'm recording this right now, I found out that Andrew Ogletree got hurt today in practice and was carted off the field. Okay? That's not a good sign. Shout out to Andrew. I hope it's not serious. I hope you heal quickly and be able to get back on the field. All right. If not, dude, I'll send you some flowers. All right, and maybe a chicken sandwich, a spicy chicken sandwich. If you get that joke, then you've already seen the Believe in Colts interview. There's Verity doing his kicking on the day. He kicks, the ball pops off. I think it's weird because Blankenship has a smooth kick. And you notice that he's just got a holder. There is no hiking the ball with Luke Rhodes. Luke Rhodes is not hiking the ball to Verity. that's kind of big news to me. There's the dude in the hat. All right. Then we're getting over here. I did notice that the OC was over there with the quarterbacks, which makes sense. Here comes the defense now and the offense. They're both coming on. I'm not sure exactly which drill this is. I'll have to remember. I think this might be special teams. And I think this is a special teams drill. And depending upon what happens here, I think possibly I'm not allowed to film this. He's going to come up and say something to me, and I'm going to be like, nope. All right, I'll move it. But I wasn't told until they walk up and told me. There we go. Now I'm told, so I moved the camera. It's all good. And these are the guys just sitting there chilling, waiting. You see Paris and them going over. They're getting ready to do wide receiver drills. So I'll probably pick up the... They're Strachan, awesome Strachan. All right, so what I'm going to end up doing is, since they're going to be doing wide receiver drills over there, I'm going to end up picking up the camera and going and looking at those here in just a moment. But yeah, they didn't tell me anything until right then, and then they were like, hey, it's kind of a weird situation. We're doing this is a team drill, even though it's within the 35 minutes, so we can't really film that. Just kind of take the camera off the team drill. And I was like, not a problem, I can do that. There's Darius, Shaq, Leonard hanging out on the sideline. I was like, well, I could get the kick going through the uprights, can't I? They were like, yeah. I remember that part. It was pretty funny. Hey guys, if you're watching this and you're at this point 30 minutes into the stream, tell me a guy that's on the roster bubble that you hope makes the team. Whoever kicked that made that. There's Shaq Leonard walking into the film as well. Who is a bubble guy you hope makes the team? Okay? Because there are some bubble guys that I was like, what? And I was incredibly happy with what I saw from them. Okay? Especially during the preseason and right here, actually, right? There was a few guys that I thought was very, very good. I thought Dallas Flowers showed a lot. I think he could make the 53, right? That one-handed catch in the back of the end zone against the Buffalo Bills on a 2-point conversion was absolutely studly. Yeah, here we go. They're getting ready to do some wide receiver drills, so I'm going to get a little picture of Mike Strachan just practicing getting some throws over his shoulder. That's all he's doing, right? Which is kind of cool. And I think that's Cootie throwing him the football, too. I think that's Kiki. I think he was out there. Yeah, that's Kiki Cootie throwing him the football. So he's not too he's not too dinged up. Cootie is on the injury list, but it's not bad. That's right. I'm pretty sure it was just a groin injury, and he's just walking around. So don't expect him to be out there too long, out off the field too long. Reggie's over here getting ready to do some drills with the wide receivers. This is an absolute great shot here. Paris just throwing the football around as well. He's doing some catches over the shoulder as well. Strawn looks absolutely fantastic in today's practice. Absolutely fantastic. There's Pierce trying to work a little bit on his release so he don't get jammed at the line. They're just, trying to work individually with each other. And that's a good sign. Even though they don't have a coach up their butt teaching them something, we're telling them, hey, work on this, work on that. They're working on stuff on their own, right? Which is really great. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Reggie. If you told these guys to do this specific little thing off to the side while you're setting up drills, let me know, okay? But these guys are just out here. If Doolin and Paris and Strawn and all these guys are out here just doing this, waiting on you to get set up on their own, we got to give them a little shout out for them to keep themselves busy, because that shows maturity and the willingness to get better on their own, which is absolutely fantastic. All right, looks like we might be getting ready for this drill with the wide receivers. Yeah, he's picking up cones now. He's like, you take this one. I'll take this one. I'm going to set him over here. All right, so the special teams finally ended, and that's why Reggie grabbed those cones up. So the special teams drill ended. The offensive line doing little side shuffles. Their little individual drills. These guys are just doing little run scrimmage runs. I don't know what the heck. I'm picking up my camera and moving over there so I get a better view. Look at that. Would you be on that scissor lift? Huh? Would you have been on that scissor? I don't know. I would, but I'll tell you what, that sucker sways, okay? When wind blows, it sways. and it feels like the thing is going to tip over. I know I've been on scissor lifts that high. You just have to get used to them. That's the thing. You know, the first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes you're on one, it is incredibly nerve-wracking, and then you start getting used to the feeling, and it's not so bad. All right, I'm still setting up, trying to get lined up with my camera. Appreciate you guys. Hey, while I'm here, and you're still here, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell. Share this to your favorite social media, and yeah, use that link in the description. There's these drills. Nice drill. Use the link in the description if you want to donate a little money, anything that you want to do with it. And it'll be good to go. I'd appreciate it. Helps us get back and forth to training camp, provide better content, all sorts of stuff. This good little drill right here, Reggie's. He wants him turning on that dime. DeMichael Harris, he also looked good today. There's Strachan finally doing... Man, that first step out of that for Strachan was huge. My goodness. All right. Now you see he's got the pad in his hands. Well, that's great. You know Reggie gotta love being able to bump and run and push into people and bounce off of them with a pad so he don't get hurt. And Michael, you know, he's all about it. I remember Michael said, well, he's not that old. He's in his, 40s or something. You know, and it's just kind of giving a little bit of man press. There you go. Good Lord, Pierce is so good at that. Pierce is so good coming off the line. Big Mike. Now, is that supposed to be a straight 7? See, they're not coming out at the exact same angle each time. Okay. So it's a post route that they're running. It's a wide post. Paris, yeah, there you go. It's not a skinny post, it's a wide post. Now they're going to flip to do the other side. I wonder if a guy would get in trouble if they actually just ran Reggie over. That'd be messed up, wouldn't it? See, now look at that. That was not a post route. That's an in route. And that's an in route. They're running right along the freaking line, the 45-yard line. They hit that 45-yard line, cut right in. That ball was a little bit out of his reach. See, that's a different route that they're running here. Even though they're going to that was nice. Dude, I like what I see from Strachan. I really do. He also has improved. Even though he's missed all of the practice since OTAs due to a torn meniscus. That was not a good route by 8. He didn't follow that line very well. 7 did, but still dropped the ball. He missed a lot of time, but it doesn't look like it's really hurt him too bad, right? Strachan looks really good. Paris got caught up and is laughing. I think he I'm not sure, but I think he did knock Reggie down. I think Paris knocked Reggie down. They were both laughing about it. So there you go. Right? And that's why he didn't finish his route, because he couldn't believe he did. Now you got a comeback route. All right. Good dig. That was not a very good sharp turn by Strachan, though. That was a good one, though. That wasn't bad. That was incredibly good. That was fantastic. That one wasn't very good. That was fantastic. There you go. So Strachan on the comeback wasn't the best. Paris and number 10, 7 had the best comeback routes. Good routes, though. Good job by both these guys. Also, obviously, check out my Patreon. Link is in the description as well. You know, you get all this stuff uncut with everything all together, plus a bunch of extra stuff that I get, plus, you know, our weekly Patreon-only live stream. Get access to that as well. What's Reggie doing here? He's just pushing on him. Okay. Strachan made a nice, beautiful... Strachan's stride is so gorgeous. He looks so smooth while running the football, I'll tell you that. So smooth. I think we got the tight ends over here getting a little workout with the threes. All the tight ends are getting the workouts with the threes over on like back-to-back. Wide receivers on one side, tight ends on the other. So the wide receiver and running backs. Here come the running backs now as well. As you can see, you know, all the running backs over here. There's only one running back I don't see over there. That's 21. He's with the wide receivers. Or wait, is Hines on the field at all? Well, that's Lindsey taking the number 2 rep. Usually it's Hines. But I don't remember seeing Hines at all on the field today. Wait, there's Hines. Never mind. Oh, that was just freaking beautiful. I love that route. I don't know what that was, but that was gorgeous. There we go. See, that's not nearly as sharp as what Hines was. Scary good. Man. It's kind of odd. We were talking about this with a few guys. Tyson looks good. I thought Tyson and Deion Jackson both look. Tyson Williams, Deion Jackson both look. Oh, that was pretty by Paris. I think they both look good, but I don't think they stand a chance in heck of making the 53. I think the 3 running backs are set 100%. I don't think we carry more than 3 going into the season because of how good the 3 are. Tyson and Deion might make the practice squad though. Because they are showing good signs, especially in camp, in my opinion. One thing I've noticed in camp, especially during the 11-on-11s, is the run blocking's not there, right? And you don't expect that with Nelson and Kelly, but it's just not been there the whole time, right? And it's kind of weird to say. If running backs make plays, they seem to have to make it majority of the time all on their own. So it's kind of a scary situation when you think about that. It's not that I don't think that the running backs aren't good or anything of that nature, or the offensive line. It's just going to take time for the new guys to get linked up properly with the vets that are on that offensive line, Pinter and Pryor. Yay! I'm carrying this around everywhere. It's about to the end where I can't stream anymore. Here pretty soon they're going to start doing. They're going to tell me, no, you got to stop. And that's any moment now. They're going to walk up here and say, yep. Team period's over. So, guys, again, thanks for watching. This was great. Thanks so much. On behalf of Loyalist and myself, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe again. Use the donation link if you'd like. Check out the other links in the bottom of the description of the video. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, reacting to training camp. And as usual, have a good one.